3, 2, 1. Here it is. Blaster they allegedly made in my honor. Does this look something familiar to you? I mean, I swear, it looks familiar. That's it. Looks like one of these, doesn't it? And I know I brought it up before. But there it is. There's the Sharpfire. When we first started hearing about this on a lot of the websites, SG Nerf, Nerf Modders Welcome, a lot of the Facebook sites, we heard that this was a jolt-sized plunger tube. That's a jolt-sized plunger tube. Okay, now, it should be known that this is a 1 1/4 inch plunger tube on trad. The head is 1 1/4 inch with the O-ring. Does it look similar to you for some reason? I don't know. Maybe it's the same goddamn size, right? Because a jolt tube is only 8.875. Jolt tube my ass. Now, what is the advantage of this? One, I can make that to 100 feet. I only got 1 1/4 inches of draw. You can definitely make that go a lot farther. The real key is what kind of spring can I put in it? And if I break the catch, can I replace it with polycarb or a piece of aluminum? But for right now, let's liberate this. It is bound with something more of a plastic tie than a twine tie than we're used to seeing. And of course, I don't like the open packaging at all. I don't like people getting to my guns. The blaster easily comes off by taking out 4 ties out of the package. The darts, well, how do they liberate? Let's find out. We have to take the box and fold it up as so. Yeah, well, they made the blaster easy to get to. The dart's hard to get to. But who's gonna 5-finger wet this store? You got it. They're gonna 5-finger wet. So you open these up. There's a massive amount of tape here. And I don't think this can come no. You gotta unwrap the whole thing, open like so. Man, it's a pain. Just to get the 10 stinking elite darts. Can you believe that? Okay, so then it's got a box behind it. You gotta cut it out with a pair of scissors. Skillfully and craftfully. To us modders, not a big deal. Actually it is. It's a major pain in the ass for 10 darts. But to a lot of people, man, you know, this could be an issue. Packaging issue, definitely. There you go. I liberate my 10 darts. There it is. Hurrah. Like I give a shit about elite darts anyway. But nonetheless, that baby goes through recycling, and we have our blaster. There it is. We all heard the stories about the front of it being a tip down. Not really. It's more of a pull apart like that. It's not really a tip down. They may have gotten the rumor of a tip down from your detents that are in the front that hold this in. So here we are. First thing I'm thinking here, can we just throw a piece of brass in there? No. You would probably have to make sort of a brass breech that goes right into... Ooh, look at that. It goes like so. I just discovered that. So if we were to put a piece of brass like that, have it so it loads like that, we can make it so the breech automatically loads into the brass. That's cool. And then I can put this in so I can be NIC legal in a Nerf war. That's cool. That's cool. The thing is, though, I think this is going to need more brass than what will fit here. But we'll find out. So the front comes apart there. There's a feasibility of loading brass into that and making that the starter chamber, just loading into a piece of 17-30 seconds. Nice. Everybody's wondering about the stock. The stock has a push button right here. And instantly just, well, it's supposed to come off easy. Like that. There you go. So it pushes buttons like that. And then you have your little 007 blaster. There you go. You got a holster. It goes like so. Let's put this on like this. I have it on the right way. And of course, it doesn't look like I do. Oh, wait a minute, how is this supposed to work? Oh, I see. So you got your front cogs over here. You got this over here. And it goes in the other side. held in like this. Voila! Let's draw that easier, shall we? Okay, hold on. And can't get my fingers around that grip. I don't like that, but not as easy as it looks. That's why I like stuff that clips the belts better. So, anywho, it's supposed to come out like that. There you go. So, then with this can be blaster storage. You walk around with this, all this stuff. I think the D-Tech needs to be a little looser. Either that, or maybe I gotta hold this at the same time. That could be an issue. How's anybody supposed to do that? That pinky? Ooh, crap! I just fired it. Okay. The stock is it decent for a guy my size? No. But let's forget about the stock for now. Let's instead focus on the Nesta. So, prime's fairly easy. Drop the dart in like so. Push it into the breech like that. Close it. There you are. That's how it fires. It opens up, your breech looks something like that. It looks pretty good for a Stefan dart. Like if I were to take out the ARs, throw a Stefan dart in there, there's some possibility here. Alright. The blaster seems to have a mainspring system, and I was really hoping for this. I was hoping this wasn't glued on. It doesn't look like it is. You've got 4 bolts with your sight. It's got a nice sight on it too. I don't know how level that's going to be when you actually fire it, but it's got a nice sight on there. It has 4 air holes and 4 screw holes. Meaning, if I take this apart, I should be able to get to my mainspring. Let's try it. It's just like a triad on the bottom with no drop hole. Okay. Okay. One, 2, 3, and 4. I removed the 4 back bolt case screws. There we are. Got a little spring center right there on it. I don't want to lose the screws. There it is. And you liberate your mainspring, which looks like to be about a 1/2 inch by, well, let's just say it looks like a piece of crap. So let's replace this piece of crap. Oh, do we have options? Ooh, do we have options? So I'm gonna put this back over here. Looks like I got about 1 inch of dead space, but it has to fit within that hole. Looks decent. Can I pull this out from here? Ooh, there we go. There's the plunger head right there. The whole thing can be disassembled from the back. I like this. I have to take this off to get to the front bolt where the air restrictor is. Yes, but I can service my plunger, my plunger rod from here, and it does look like the trigger catch is pretty sufficiently thick, unlike the magnets. First idea I have. Let's see. What would it do with magnet spring? Magnet spring is just a little too big. But I'll tell you what's not too big. It's a black tactical version too. Oh, that fits. That fits. Okay, so for right now, I got an HVZ coming up. And that, of course, means that I'm going to have to not mod this too much, or else it will be banned by the HVZ Overlord. We all know that sucks. Has a little spring center there, so I shouldn't be. So when you're putting this back, put in mind that this part right here links into this part over here. I'm going to leave the AR in for now. So improvement number 1, we're going to try a black tactical version 2 in here. Ooh, nice. That feels nice, guys. And we're going to throw a dart in here, and we're going to see. That's much better. That's much better. But I have yet another idea. Okay, no hot rod, brass barrels, anything like that. But I do, in fact, have a stampede spring on me. Stampede spring has a very unique property. It's a 7/8 spring, and it's very thin coil. Meaning, if you overprime it, it will just climb over one and the other. Unlike a lot of your thick coil springs, it makes a very good aider spring. And the original R-Spec used Black Tactical version 2 and one of those. Now, I think this might work for the simple reason that there's a spring guide inside of here, and this will fit on the outside. But we're going to find out. In the true spirit of Chris Cartaya modding, I just simply do this stuff live. I don't try this at all. I figure if I break up the last roll, well, I'll buy another one. I mean, you guys know that. Okay, there it is. I've got double stack spring assembly right there. Also makes it good because at HVZ, if this gets called, it goes too fast, I can unscrew this whole back end, just pop in another spring. I'm fine. I don't got to worry about having to spend like an hour disassembling it, or many other interdependent parts such as bolt sleds or anything else that could be messed up. For example, if I got to take apart a retaliator, let's say it's got a breech system in it, like I got to take the whole goddamn thing, and then worry if everything else is going to be thrown off on it. If my bolt seal is going to be off, if my if my spring's going to be off, if my trigger head's going to be off. There's so many variables. How's it going to feed? How's the bolt going to feed? How's the bolt sled going to run? I mean, all this stuff. This thing, no. You can just concentrate on the plunger itself. And this may prime, it may not prime. I'm not sure. We're about to find out. Make sure they are all 4 tightened. Oh. Okay. May or may not prime. Let's see. Black Tactical version 2, Stampede spring. Primes. Alright. So here we go. Hey, knock off! I'm offending the native folk. That's nice. That's nice. That's the original R-Spec load in there right now. That's pretty good. So anyway, this is Chris Cartaya. Take care. Right now it looks like retaliator springs and that Stampede spring. Maybe a strong arm spring. I'm not sure. But you are limited to about a ½ inch back there on the 7/8. Should do it for you. Until then, I'm going to go apologize to the natives. Maybe bribe them with some pizza. And I'll see you later.